Here we are at the start of the ban phase. Alterac Pass, -10 armor versus Team Training Wheels. Their name's not showing up all the way, but that's okay. We'll find a way to fix that here in a little bit. First ban goes to Team Training Wheels. They had the first pick. They won the coin toss. They picked first pick. Oh, that's just not going to work at all. Uh-oh. That's what I get for messing with stuff. Kel'Thuzad banned first for Team Training Wheels. What is going on? Zool banned for -10 armor. I'm going to stop messing with that because that's clearly going to cause me a problem. Kel'Thuzad banned by Team Training Wheels. They must have said ban KT and got it wrong the first time. KT banned again. Hanzo comes out for the ban on the left for -10 armor. ETC picked up for Team Training Wheels.
Vanquish the weak.
Jaina and Raynor coming out picking heavy damage early on. Deckard Kane and Cassia. Deckard Payne, excuse me, and Cassia coming out for Team Training Wheels. We go into the second ban phase. Team Training Wheels does have their tank and healer, so Team -10 armor is probably looking to get rid of a solo laner or another heavy damage dealer. They banned the Joanna despite the ETC pick already. ETC can have a lot of map versatility if he goes with stage dive. Otherwise, we're looking at Mosh Pit for the heavy CC at the team fights. Stukov ban coming from Team Training Wheels, trying to choke out the healers a little bit more, getting rid of area denial from the Stukov, easily able to interrupt the objective channel. Team -10 armor picks up Garrosh, who will have up to +49 armor before he dies. That is a 59 armor difference. I did the math. I did the monster math. It was a graveyard graph. Rhaegar picked up as well. Orc City on the left. Oh, look at the love, the player love coming from Jason. Can we just play you guys every week? I'm having a ton of fun so far, and it's only the draft phase. Anubrak comes out as the second tank for Team Training Wheels. Phoenix looks like will be the offlaner. I'm interested to see the Anubrak ETC dynamic. Anubrak has an advantage on this objective. If his team can push away the enemy team, he can capture the objective without having to deal with the guards because his beetles will pick them up for him. How is -10 armor going to counter? They're looking a little low on B. Probably looking to pick up a bruiser. Malthael comes out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Malthael comes out with the percent-based damage going into the Anubrak and the ETC. Seems like a pretty good pick. Alright folks, here we go into game 1 of the match between -10 Armor and Team Training Wheels. Alright, we're almost done loading in. Malthael, Rhaegar, Raynor, Jaina, Garrosh versus ETC, Phoenix, Cassia, Anub'arak, and Deckard Cain. Red team looking like they're going to go for that early start down the middle lane. Malthael looking like he's going to split off and go top lane. Oh, never mind. Oh, nope. Make a fool out of me. However many times it takes him to turn around. Yummy cupcake on the Jaina. Sorry, I saw the name. Had to acknowledge it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the match has officially started. Let's look at level 1 talents. Warbreaker on Garrosh, on a Pale Horse for the movement speed on Malthael, Colossal Totem for the increased range and being able to move totems on Rhaegar. No talent for Raynor yet. Fingers of Frost on Jaina. Ace in the hole on Raynor. Ooh, Anub'arak looking really low, but he's going to get out of there, no big deal. Ace in the hole stacked with the Jaina is going to work out really well for Raynor. He's going to have almost a consistent plus 10% damage. Oh, Garrosh getting a little knocked up, blinded, rooted, knocked up again by the Anub'arak, and then he goes back to half health. He gets a stun out. That's a 3-man stun on the Groundbreaker for Garrosh. That'll help with his quest. Easy peasy, Beetle Squeezy. Cassia picks up the Q build quest. Anub'arak going for more spell armor. I'm interested to see if he stays down the W build or if he goes for a little bit more crowd control build. Both teams looking to get their camps to push them down the middle lane early enough that they should spawn again before the objective starts. Sapphire Gem picked up on, what's the Deckard Cain? Cassia getting thrown on the other side of the Garrosh, but to very little benefit for Garrosh. Cassia gets out just fine. Guitar Hero for the ETC, giving him extra healing for himself, and Arsenal Synergy on Phoenix. Garrosh getting another slam in there. He's about halfway done with his quest. Cassia putting some poke on. Garrosh looking low. Rhaegar low on mana. They might want to go back instead of trying to keep going in this exchange, but what do I know? I'm not the one playing. I'm just talking about it. Cassia at half health. Garrosh does finally go back. He does pop the blue pill. Looks like he's going to return to base to get ready for the objective. Both teams hit level 4 at approximately the same time. Jaina with a wave clear in the mid lane. Phoenix and Malthael, they're both healthy looking boys. They're not losing any health really, although Phoenix has a shield, so it's really hard to gauge that. ETC and Raynor just kind of standing there doing nothing. Oh no, they know that I put the screen on them. They decide to do something now. ETC walks in, Raynor shoots him. They said, is this enough pretending, until he moves the camera again. ETC says, I think so. Is he gone yet? Raynor walks into the bush. That's not what I meant to do. Buttons are hard. Raynor pushes on the ETC. ETC slides in on the Raynor, bumps him back, takes him down to missing a third health. Raynor comes back. A lot of excitement because it's fun. Objectives have picked up now. Anub'arak looking to start defending on the objective. Camp is marching in for -10 armor. Team Training Wheels doing the same. A throw on Anub'arak into the team. He dives farther into the team, but where's the rest of his team? Oh no, Anub'arak goes down. First blood. A root comes out from the Deckard Cain. That'll put a little bit of pressure on, but overall, not a whole lot to be had from that. Pushing, I don't expect a whole lot to happen with it, though. In the chat, please let me know if this is going on. There we go. I'm going. I am sorry about that. Alright, here we go. We're back. I do believe I fixed the entire issue. Alright, there is an exchange on Garage. And Nubrak gets out just fine. The cavalry goes down without a whole lot of push. Y'all are 30 seconds behind. I did take out the video. I took out the sound. I had to take out the video so I can go adjust the sound. I believe everything should be fine. You're going to lose the sound a couple more times in this process, but by the time you hear this, it's already happened. Not a whole lot happens out of that objective. Let me know if the sound mixing is satisfactory. I'll adjust it a little bit more as we need to. I definitely want y'all to be able to hear me. I want y'all to be able to hear the game. I want y'all to be able to see the game, most importantly. So I am sorry about that black screen, but it looks like Rainer's caught up in the top by Cassie and Anubrek. Rainer goes down to about 10% health. He pops his whatever the heal is called. He runs away. He runs back the other direction. He gets caught by the Cassia. Rainer goes down. The score is 1-1. Both level 9. Both teams about to hit level 10. Team Training Wheels is going to get level 10 first. We get Cocoon. We get, I believe that's Purification Salvo. We get Stay a While and Listen. Story time from Papa Deckard. In the middle lane, we have a push. Cocoon went out on the Jaina. Jaina got caught. Garrosh looking really low. Pops unstoppable to get out. He goes down to less than 500 health. And Nubrag not looking so healthy himself. Good guy Garrosh waiting for Jaina to pop out of the cocoon before he walks away for himself. Next objective is about to spawn in the top lane. I think I am still super zoomed out. Yes, I am. Alright, you're going to lose sound for just a second. And we're back. Objectives are up, but the teams are not. They're still looking around in the mid lane. There we go. Alright, minus 10 armor pushing in on the objective early, trying to get it going. But while Team Training Wheels is getting their cant to have it push down the lane while they contest, as long as they can get the timer stopped, it's an even objective. They have 30 seconds left to stop the timer. Garrosh with the Decimate. We need to look at minus 10 armor's ultimates here in a minute. Root goes out, Ring of Frost goes out, Garrosh goes down. Stay a while and listen. It doesn't seem to really hit anybody. Oh, it does hit the Rhaegar. Rhaegar gets caught by the Cassia. Body blocked by the Anubarak. Rainer goes down. Not Rainer. Rainer kills the ETC. Anubarak kills the Rhaegar. And Phoenix catches the Jaina. Purification Salvo going out after the kill. What a turnaround for Team Training Wheels. Taking out 3 for 1. They're able to capitalize and take the objective. Let's see if minus 10 armor can get to the objective in time to stop it. Deckard Payne putting out the pots, putting out those flasks, ready to heal his team when this engage happens. Stun goes out from Garrosh. Nubrag gets thrown back. He goes unstoppable, burrowing back. Blizzard out on most of the team. ETC moves in. Roots go out. Ancestral heal on the Garage, keeping him alive. Last rites on the Cassia. That's a kill. Raynor finishes off the Phoenix. The objective gets stopped with 1.6 seconds left, a tenth of what minus 10 armor has left, and there's 16 seconds left. Quick math, I'm on top of it today. Who needs a calculator? Big root from Deckard Payne. Stay a while, listen, pops out, catches 4 of them. He's in the middle of the Ring of Frost. He's not going to get hurt by it. Malthiel chasing out the ETC. ETC has less than 300 health left. ETC goes down. Minus 10 armor chasing out Team Training Wheels. What a incredible turn and turn back around on the objective. It looks like Team Training Wheels isn't going to be able to stop that. They go for the camp to apply the pressure before the cavalry, words are hard, push out into them, so they'll have that camp marching. On Team Training Wheels, we have Ball, Lightning, Cocoon, Stay a While and Listen, Stage Dive for the rotation, and Purification Salvo. On minus 10 armor, we have Decimate, Last Rites, Ancestral Healing, Raynor's Raider, and Ring of Frost. Team Training Wheels keeping their fort alive before this cavalry shows up. And they're going to do whatever they can to keep it up so they don't lose it to the cavalry, so they don't have catapults marching into them. By catapults, I mean whatever the big enhanced version of the minion is on this map, it walks in front. The Hogger impersonation. Middle lane does lose the fort. Minus 10 armor. Looks like they're going to try to rotate down and catch the ETC, who has taken out the cavalry pushing in on his bottom fort. But minus 10 armor does push him out. They're going to take this bottom fort. No problemo. They take it out like a fat kid eating a yummy cupcake. That has nothing to do with Yummy Cupcake, just a reference to the name. Team Training Wheels doing what they can to get rid of the objective. They finally take it down. Minus 10 armor. Long gone, though. Looking to get a pick on ETC, who does have Stage Dive up. If he gets in a tight spot and can avoid the stun, he will be able to escape. It doesn't look like he needs to, though. He retreats to the safety of his fort. Minus 10 armor. Rolling as a group, moving down, trying to find Team Training Wheels, but they're a long way off because Team Training Wheels is finding the boss. Way low on health is the boss. Team Training Wheels is almost done. ETC, great distraction up top. Team Training Wheels takes the boss. Great way to counter losing that first objective. If minus 10 armor does go for the boss defense, it is early, though the boss shouldn't get much. Team Training Wheels could make a play on the top boss, or they could try to get progress with this boss themselves. Minus 10 armor, full committing to the boss defense. Team Training Wheels going to the mid lane, trying to clear it out. Looks like they're going to have a camp pushing in the Knolls. Nope. They're leaving it alone. They're getting their own Knolls here in the middle. Oh my goodness, as this next objective is about to spawn, Nexus Gaming Series, Game of the Week rating to the last game of the night. Thank you guys. 52 viewers hosted, 35 rated. Thank you for the follows, fellas, for those who are joining. Welcome. This is the first game of the last match of the night between minus 10 armor and Team Training Wheels. Minus 10 armor making a heavy play into the objective, just like they took the first objective. This is the second one. Team Training Wheels hoping they can get the second objective. They did just lose their boss. Jaina gets taken down before the Ancestral Healing can pick her up. The teammate throw, not enough to get her to safety with Into the Fray, trying to get her out of the fray. Garrosh goes down as well with the Anubarak dive in, and Cassia, who is basically Pantheon, doing the Heartseeker strike. I forget what it's called here. There it is again, Heartseeker strike from basically Pantheon on the Raynor. If somebody in chat wants to fill me in on what that is actually called, then I can give Cassia her appropriate skill call. Malthiel looking to defend the middle fort while he can. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to make a push on countering this objective until Garrosh comes back. But he is about to be back, and this objective still has 30 seconds left before it caps. Although this has the potential to be history repeating itself, as minus 10 armor did get the advantage on the first objective, and then Team Training Wheels is able to come back on it, only to have their objective stopped at 1.6 seconds. and -10 armor capping the objective out. Garish does show up. He gets the throw. Jaina gets a four-man Ring of Frost. Last rights out on the ETC. ETC goes down. Blizzard raining down, trying to push off the Cassia. It's not enough, though. Team Training Wheels does capture the objective, even though they lose 2 people. Hopefully only 2 people. It's 3, and Nubrak goes down. Deckard Cain with the Scroll of Sealing, taking out the Malthael. Deckard Cain running away with almost no health. Run, old man, run! Run! That's the wrong direction. That's the enemy team's minions. Oh no, he gets rooted by the Rudolph Akona Cold from what I can only assume is Jaina's level 16 talent. Numbing Blast, yes it is. A 4-for-1 trade while getting the objective. Let's hope it's enough for them to push out and keep this match even. -10 armor able to hold off the top objective fairly well without losing too much, because most of Team Training Wheels did lose a lot of their stuff. They did get rid of the middle lane one first. The top lane one is gone. Now just the bottom lane with most of his health, but it's going to go down fast thanks to... Wait, no, Phoenix is on his team. It's not going to go down fast. It's pushing into the fort. Wake up, Taco. Figure out your colors. It's just blue. It's just red. You're not colorblind. Match them up, son. Alright, the bottom Raider is pushing in for the Horde into the Alliance base. Raynor following it, catching it up. Oh my Lanta. Garish catches a Nubrak out, throws him behind, and Nubrak gets out. Scroll the Ceiling catches the Garish, but he goes indomitable, making him unstoppable. That's about as arrogant, as much arrogance as I would expect from the most disliked war chief for the Horde. He throws the Nubrak again. Nubrak slides out. When will Garish learn? You can't really get a pick on the tank when the rest of the team is right there. A stay a while and listen story time with Uncle Deckard to get some separation. ETC drops in, slides through. Ring of Frost doesn't hit much. Cocoon on the Garage. Garage gets out. That's all the ults from Team Training Wheels going away, while only losing Ancestral Healing and Ring of Frost from -10 armor. Another great slide from ETC through the entire team, bumping him back, but now he's all alone. Down the rabbit hole goes ETC. Raynor picks him off, ices him near the ice hole. So now -10 armor, while Team Training Wheels is missing one of their tanks, goes to get the top boss. Looks like Team Training Wheels has basically the same idea. They're going to go get the bot boss. -10 armor has a huge advantage on progress on that, and the next objective is top. Now this does serve a role for Team Training Wheels, because the objective is top. This boss will push bot lane, so -10 armor will have to make a decision to defend the boss or defend the objective, giving Team Training Wheels a wonderful opportunity to recap their objective, because they'll probably not engage until ETC gets back, and then cap, because they should be able to defend off the boss pretty well. I imagine they'll send a Nubrak, maybe, to go cap. It looks like they're staying together right now. This is what I get for being a gold player in these high-level games that I've been watching. Full 5-man defense on the boss, while the bot boss is at basically full health. -10 armor saying, we don't need that keep, we're going for the objective. Top boss almost worn down by Team Training Wheels, which means -10 armor needs to look out, because Team Training Wheels is looking to make a play. However, it looks like they might get their camp first based off of their positioning. No, they're trying to clear out the camp in the mid lane. Let's look at everything a little bit better. They get the camp, they clear the camp. They're not going to have a whole lot of time. They have to go hard, but all ultimates are up for both teams. Heroics, I should say. Between basically Pantheon and Heartseeker Strike, I can forget what game I'm watching sometimes. -10 armor doing what they can to keep the objective alive. Team Training Wheels looks like they're not going to get involved at all. They do get the keep bot lane with the boss. It's going to put pressure on the core, but this core does heal itself, so that's not really going to matter. They have all their keeps exposed, but they do have the keep down in the bot lane against -10 armor. So this is now a very interesting predicament. They're going to have a hard push in the top and mid lanes to defend. and they should be able to relax a little bit in the bottom lane. ETC comes in with a stage dive, slides to the Jaina. Stay a while. Alyssa goes out, hits 3. Bump back on the ETC. Jaina goes down, followed by the Malthuel. Garrosh trying to stay alive. He doesn't make it with the Deckard Kane on the finish. Rhaegar gets cocooned. Raynor gets caught. Rhaegar not gonna have anywhere to go. That is a 5-0 kill exchange. Malthuel has returned though with his level 20. Team Training Wheels giving themselves a wonderful opportunity to defend this objective and get control of the map again. Death timers are long. We are about 20 minutes in. Teams are past level 20. Every death is a whole minute off the board, and that is a lot of time to do something with the map in this game. Granted, objectives are still up, no camps are available, but this is some free clear. They do lose their top keep. They lose what lane advantage they had. They have it in the bot lane, but they are faced against it even harder in the top lane. I wish I had a sound effect for that mega kill. I'm working on things like that. It'll come soon. But I can give you a mega kill if that makes you feel better. Alright, to minus 10 armor, doing what they can. They do get their siege camp. Team Training Wheels looking like they're going to go get their siege camp. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Deckard Payne with the roots. It's level 20s. Let's see what they got. Deckard Payne with an interesting build. Kainai's cube at level 7 for the damage reduction. Plus the increased slow and damage based off of Sapphire. He goes the enhanced stay a while and listen with respect to Elderly, causing a blind and silence after his ult instead of going for cubic mastery, which would help him keep his cubes going all the time. But he's looking for those silences on Rhaegar and Jaina. That makes sense. Phoenix enhancing his ult. Death Metal and ETC. Look for ETC to be a sacrificial lamb. I'm sorry, he's a cow. So that when he dies, he could get an uninterruptible mosh on the other team after he jumps in with his stage dive, which looks like he's getting ready to do. He's pushing out the top lane while his team stages to defend the objective. Uh-oh. Minus 10 armor sees ETC. They're going up to try to catch him. ETC smells trouble. He gets out in time. Minus 10 armor clearing out the top lane, hoping to let that lane push in on the core. But that leaves their objective wide open for Team Training Wheels. Team Training Wheels might need to go to a regular bicycle soon. They're playing this objective quite well. And they're taking the siege camp while getting the objective. Talk about a double whammy, but unbeknownst to them, or possibly knownst to them now based off of the interaction, minus 10 armor has taken the top boss, which will push down the top lane, providing a lot of pressure into the keep. And they might be able to interrupt this objective in time. Anubright going back to help defend. It looks like instead of trying to help his team out, his team gets caught by the Garrosh. Cassia gets thrown back. ETC with the stage dive. It's not enough though. Cassia goes down. Ring of Frost out. Roots the ETC. Garrosh looking low. ETC looking low. ETC goes down to the Raynor. Garrosh running out with 100-0 health. No health. Anubright picks him off. He gets back in time. Phoenix takes out the Rhaegar. Jaina trying to run away. Lots of pressure on the keep though from the boss. Keep an eye on that core health bar. By keep, I mean core. I got it right the second time. Minus 10 armor, able to stop the Team Training Wheels push on the objective. Malthuel defending the core. And the boss doing work on the keep. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Team Training Wheels might not be able to push the boss off. Oh no, the boss does go down in time. There's a null bruiser that is going to get taken down. The core does start to heal. Drekthar does live to see another battle. As Vandar also gets pulled out of his keep, but he refuses to go. Both cores healing back up. core advantage to -10 armor. -10 armor does get a lot of progress on the objective. Team Training Wheels shows up in time. Looks like they're going to get that objective paused. Maybe. There it is. It's paused. It's stopped. All right, Team Training Wheels looking to get the last 13 seconds on the objective. They don't know where the rest of the team is. All they see is Garrosh. Garrosh interrupted on his stun by Anubarak. Goes unstoppable, moves in, decimates, slow the rest of the team. He throws both Phoenix and the other guy, Cassia. He's got ETC jumps in. Garrosh goes down. Cassia goes down. Mouthfeel goes down. It's so much I can't even keep up. Raynor gets picked out by the Phoenix as well after he comes out of the cocoon. Rhaegar goes out. That's a 3-to-1 swing. A 4-to-1 swing, excuse me. Mouthfeel keeps tricking me when he returns from death. Jaina not able to escape the Anubarak. That almost looked like an acid... Nope. Burning Rage, not acid drip mandibles from Anubarak. Anubarak did go, we were talking about earlier, did go with a solid E-focus build with the extra spell armor at level 1, Burning Rage at level 13 to add area damage. It looks like Team Training Wheels is just going to go ahead and try to finish on the core. However, keep in mind, the boss does have 40 armor, 20 armor from each keep that's up. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. Buttons are hard. Sorry about that. As -10 armor starts respawning, they're going to try to push Team Training Wheels off. Team Training Wheels not even waiting on their objectives. The core at less than 7,000 health now. Blast Rights goes out, kills ETC. Core at 6,000 health. Is it going to be enough? Mongoose almost down on Anubarak. 15, 1,000. The core goes down for the Horde. Mokhtar Ogar, Team Training Wheels. Congratulations, Team Training Wheels, on game 1. That means -10 armor has the priority to pick map armor, to pick the map, or to pick the first pick. Let's see what they do. There is the stat page. What an incredible game. What a huge turnaround from Team Training Wheels. I thought -10 armor had it the whole time, and then suddenly, no, they don't. Alright, I'm still waiting information from -10 armor. As you can see, because my chat is up, I don't care. As long as nobody types my passwords into my chat box, we're fine. We are not playing Artanis. Alright, so Team Training Wheels with the win. I cannot show talents, I'm sorry. Oh no. Still waiting on information from Team Training Wheels. Let's go ahead and pretend to start making a lobby. How does the alphabet work? Okay, here we go. I like how my bot for the caster review always pops up after I make a mistake. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Give me feedback, though, so that I can know how to get better. Alright, so just a refresher, especially for those of you joining late, next is Game of the Week. By the way, who won? When I came in, it was mixed. It was 1-1. Alright, looks like -10 armor wants first pick, so now I need to get to the other guy. Okay, looks like Giggles is making the lobby for the other team. So, the -10 armor banned Cursed Hollow and Infernal Shrines. Team Training Wheels banned Battlefield of Eternity and Braxis Holdout, leaving -10 armor to pick Alterac Pass, with the map going to Team Training Wheels. Sweet. Alright, let's get me set as... Oh, right. Wait, turn off the cursor capture? Yeah, let me turn off the tracker lines. That's something I keep forgetting to do. And I keep thinking about. Mouse and keyboard. I can do that right now. Cursor guides are off. Y'all are gonna lose game sound. Okay, so the pick is Spidershire by Team, let's see, by Team Training Wheels. We are going to Spidershire. Spidershire, you say? Yeah, that's right. Spidershire. Down in your game capture settings on OBS, that's gonna be in the... There we go. All right. Thanks, Marta, for the feedback. Appreciate it. $17, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Arista, thank you for the follow. I think I mentioned that already, but just in case. All right, the caster is ready. That's all that matters, right? Let's start this game. Oh, I see what you're saying, 17. I get it. I get it now. Because it was the current stuff, and yeah. Oh, right. Let's see. All right, we're figuring this out. Woo! I'm sure we would have figured it out in the draft if things went awry. 50-50 chance that it worked out. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, friends and girls, boys and whatever. It looks like we're about to get started. Let's hope. Are we going? Are we going? Tomb of the Spider Queen. There's the sound I like to be able to hear. Don't you too? All right, we have things happening. Banning. That's what's first. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Minus 10 armor looking to ban. They ban out the Greymane. Decent clear, heavy damage. A popular damage first pick. Hey Sylvanas. Yeah, are you having fun watching Daddy do this? While we're looking at the other band, come here, babe. Come here. Oh, get up. Uh-oh, what happened? We lost the lobby. All right, we have a DC. Lots of good friendly banter in chat. Let me get a ruling. I gotta see what happens. I know, right? The classic. Now, I figured the game will just get picked back up, and Greymane does have to be the first ban. Sylvanas, come here, baby. Let's finish what we were doing. You didn't feed her dinner. This is the wonderful Sylvanas. This is me providing content for you guys because I'm amazing. Silly. Yeah, look over here. Silly. Oh, bye. She heard dinner. She is a fan of that dinner word. So this is awkward. Let's see if I can get a ruling. No, well, sometimes if the when the mailman comes around or someone's at the door or other dogs walk by. The cat is Rhaegar, but I don't let the cat in here because he likes to jump on the chair and mess up things that I do and mess with the posters and the blinds. All right, so this is happy, interesting, fun time. Let me see if I can do something for you real quick.
I need your help with the bag food. You put it in.
Uh-oh. Thanks for the follow, Caladorn. I appreciate it, especially in this time of awkward. Uh-oh. All right, I am working on a rules clarification here. Um, Awkward. Well, this is fun. All right, guys, I'm trying to get some clarification because there are some interesting things going on in.
Hello there.
Hey, friend, who do I got? Hector. Hey, Hector, how you doing?
Doing all right. What's going on?
So we have an interesting situation that looks like it's been remedied with. So the DC'd player just now got back on with 3 minutes to spare. But for future reference, if I can go ahead and ask you, um, the team that would take the advantage, um, the team that takes that would have the advantage in the case of the disconnect. So -10 armor has all their people, and team training wheels lost their player and has gotten them back. -10 armor said they didn't want to take the forfeit; they would rather reschedule. Is that allowed?
Have any matches been played?
One game of
Or
the
any
match
the
has been
games?
played.
Ooh, I don't know that we have a precedent set for
That just seems super gracious
postponing
on the
part
part
of
of
a
-10
match.
armor, which is super honorable, but at the same time, it's midway through the match. That yeah, that's interesting. You don't go three
Right.
rounds in a boxing match and then wait a few days for the other guy to wake up to keep hitting them.
That is the type of question that we will not have a canned answer for. It's gonna, depend on kind of what's going on and that would be a discussion that would be had among all the mods, and a decision will be made collectively.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards no, but if the team that would be the victors from the forfeit want to do it, maybe we can do it.
Okay. Is that something that because it's now come up, and again, super gracious on -10 Armor's part for volunteering that. Is that something that can be brought up soon?
I intend to.
Okay, and there is another question. I asked Weenus about it at one point, and he said he didn't know and erred on the side of caution. But something else that an answer would be great on because it happened with this match too. The first team banned, the second team banned, the first team banned their second map, and the second team said, "Hey, we were gonna ban that one," and they were like, "Can they do a no ban or do they have to pick a fourth map for the bans?"
I'll bring it up because we do not have much of an anticipation for teams deciding not to ban.
Right, that makes sense. Well,
There's no rule saying they can.
But there's no really saying they can't.
There's no hard rule saying they can't either. So.
All right, that's fair.
That'll be a rules committee discussion, which I also happen to be in. So.
All right. Well, it looks like both of my teams are ready to go. So thank you so much for helping me fill my dead time and answering some questions. Hi, I'm Taco. I'm new and I'm full of problems for you.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing them up instead of just hanging on to them. And hi, stream.
Hey, yeah, that's Hector. Big shout out to Hector of the Nexus. Thank you for stepping in with the rules interpretations. All right, have a fantastic evening, Hector. We're gonna get back to game 2 of the last match of the night.
Good luck, teams.
All right. Oh, my back is tight. I've been sitting in this chair too long, casting way too much Heroes of the Storm, way too much. Impossible. Casting just enough to fit all the time. I just need a doctor. I thought we were ready to go. We're waiting on ready checks. All right, 10 Armor's ready. Giggles, Team Training Wheels is ready. And we are back in draft. Again, Greymane does have to be the first ban of the match, as Greymane was already banned before the disconnect. Oh, there's the sound. I know how I can fix that. I know what to fix. I can't adjust. Here it is. I'm gonna fix a setting real quick. Because I love you guys, we already know what the ban is. It's Greymane. Y'all should be able to keep hearing sound in the background now when I do video things. Hashtag ban Phoenix from Celadorn. Phoenix was a big player last match. Kael'thas coming out as the ban. Katie was open. Katie is gone. Salame, I see you later. Looking for the next ban coming from Team -10 Armor. Garish comes out. Respect ban. Wait, hang on. No. -10 Armor played Garish last time. I remember this because I made a joke about -10 Armor and 49 Armor and something about math. So they're banning their own tank away. Zul getting banned off of Team Training Wheels. I guess Team Training Wheels? First pick going now over to -10 Armor. ETC picked up before Team Training Wheels came. ETC, a popular tank right now.
Anytime you're ready.
Jaina and Raynor picked up again. This time on the other team,
Victory for the Forsaken.
Sylvanas picked up. She's been very popular during this series, not just with these two teams, just overall. Sylvanas has been a high priority pick ban. Sylvanas and Lucio coming up. This is Spidershire, so Sylvanas will have a lot of effect on the buildings during objectives. Malthiel ban, that looks like a respect ban from Team Training Wheels. Malthiel causing a lot of problems for Team Training Wheels during Altering Pass. Joanna ban from Team -10 armor, getting rid of one of the bulkiest and eruptiest tanks in the game. Looking for the third and fourth pick from Team Training Wheels. They still need a tank and a healer and an offlaner. We'll see 2 of those 3 because they only get 2 picks right now. Counting is hard. I can still do it. That's a Deckard Payne again. There's Diablo. Lucha Diablo. That Deckard Payne bringing a lot to the table last match. Coming into the last picks for -10 armor. They need more damage. They need a bruiser offlaner. Thrall for the offlane. Gul'dan as their magic damage support. Last pick coming in for wrong for Team Training Wheels. Last pick coming in for Team Training Wheels. They still need an offlaner as well. Shout out to my wife with the water bottle clutch. Sonya comes in as the last pick. Heavy sustain, heavy lane pressure, really hard to kill. I'll let them find out when they watch the video instead of telling them now, but looks like everybody is here to scout out the competition with this last match of the night. Alright, we're going into game 2, -10 armor to Team Training Wheels. Team Training Wheels up 1 map to 0 in this best of 3. Alright, we're loading in just in time. Lucio and Sylvanas with the XP boost. Taco with the jump to the middle lane where nothing's happening yet. What is going on with the caster? Alright, so we've got Dagny on Sylvanas. Pico on Thrall. Yummy Cupcake on Gul'dan. Johnny K.A. on Lucio. And Dav on ETC. Going into Giggle Schmeck on Jimmy. Ouija on Deckard. Jason on Jaina. Larson on Sonya. And Mongoose on Diablo. Both teams go into the mid lane. No one's splitting off yet. Looks like, Thrall starts to go off to the bottom, but then decides better of it. Sonya moving down to the bottom to get that soak ahead of time. Looking into this, it looks like there's a lot of beef on Team Training Wheels. Thank you for the subscription, Keladorn. A lot of posturing in the middle lane. Everybody looking mean at each other, calling each other names, flexing their muscles. ETC looking a little wounded, but that may just be pride. Uh-oh, Jaina taking some heavy damage from the Sylvanas. Sylvanas get picked off by the Diablo, finished off by the Decker Kane. First blood less than a minute in. ETC getting out with about a third of his health. I am so sorry. I blame my halftime burgers. Again, shout out my wife. All right, everybody looking to clear up. Let's look at these talents before we get to level 4. Not a whole, I don't expect a whole lot to be happening right now. So we have Echo of the Elements for the double. Oh, I say I don't expect a whole lot to happen, but ETC slides in on the Diablo. Diablo going down to less than half health from the Drain and the Sylvanas. Raynar pushing them off. We got Echo of the Elements, Overwhelming Affliction for the percentage damage on the bulky team. Echoed Corruption for the bounce back on the E. Let's go down to where things are happening. Looks like a gank coming in on Sonya. ETC slides in. She gets away, going the proper direction. They can't catch because they're starting to get hit by towers. They back off. Sonya living with a quarter health. We got Party Mix and Prague Rock coming from Lucio and ETC. If we have the Party Mix, are we going to have the Mosh Pit? That's what I want to know. And viewers, if that's not what you want to know, you better want to know, because that is the only question worth asking right now. Ace in the hole to start out with Raynar. Devil's Due for increased healing. Fingers of Frost. Warp Paint. And Sapphire again coming from the Deckard Pain. Root goes out from Deckard Pain onto the ETC. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it is going to give him that. No, he doesn't take that talent. Never mind. Belay my last. ETC slides in, stunning 2 of them. No one else to back it up. Nothing really happens. Just point at the cow and walk away. Jaina in trouble with Sylvanas. Her team comes up to help her out. Looks like a decent push into the top lane. Not going to be able to get a whole lot going. So Team Training Wheels does come down to the middle lane to get some more clear. They get collapsed in on by -10 armor. Counter root from Deckard Kane. Flips the ETC into tower range. It's enough. ETC goes down. Killed 3-0 in favor of this team. Team Training Wheels. Words are hard. Oh, wow. Lucio, what did I see? Lucio finishing the subwoofer already. Hitting 3 heroes with a single boop, as I like to call it. Soundwave is what it's called. Putting a lot more effect into that Soundwave. Brawl almost done with the Echo of the Elements. Same can be said for Lucio and Party Mix. Prague Rock is at 10 of 20 globes, and Jaina at 15 of 20 globes as well. The 20 part, not the 10 and 15. Those are not the same number, so as well does not work there. Both teams able to turn in for the objective. Team Training Wheels already so close, but it won't matter if they can't get the turn in. Diablo flips the Gul'dan around. Gul'dan about to get away, bump back because Diablo's bumped back from the Lucio. It's not enough. Gul'dan goes down. Jaina hanging on by the frost of her wand. Gets away with about 20 health. She's not going to be able to turn in either with those 4 gems that would be enough for the objective. Looks like Sonya is able to sneak the turn in. ETC, and by ETC I mean Sonya, able to sneak the turn in for Team Training Wheels. Alright, looks like -10 armor is going to try to defend the top lane first, which does make sense as this is the boss lane. Thrall and Sonya sparring in the bot lane. Not a whole lot happening. Sonya's health dipping back, but it'll come back up. Dibbles with the pick on ETC. Flips him over, slams it into the wall. The slide not going to be enough to get him out. Sylvanas running away with 70 health. It's enough to get away, though. You only need 1 HP to live, and she had it with a few to play with. Decent push onto the top lane, given that that's where the full defense was. Mid lane fort about to fall to the Web Weaver. It goes away. Map favor to Team Training Wheels. However, Minus in Armor does have enough gems to turn in for the objective. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. There's the gem count, so I don't have to pull up the full screen block. It's cool how you learn things by doing them. It looks like we are going to have a play on the boss. No, Minus 10 Armor is able to stop Team Training Wheels from doing the boss. ETC slides in, stuns Diablo. Diablo has to run. Diablo getting healed back up. He was down to a quarter health. Team Training Wheels looking a little beat up, but not broken yet. Minus 10 Armor probably breathing a sigh of relief right now as that boss is not going to march down their lane. However, Team Training Wheels did have enough to get just shy of the objective. However, Minus 10 Armor able to turn in down bot first, preventing any more turn in from Team Training Wheels as Sylvanas gets leapt on by Sonya. You could hear the scream. Mosh goes out from ETC, but the Apocalypse comes out from Diablo in time to get the interrupt. Stay a while and listen goes out. Hyperion and the Root catching two in the Hyperion. Diablo picks up the Thrall, stuns him back. Thrall goes down to the ancient sphere. No, it is a spear. Sphere's geometry. Taco, take a math class. ETC trying to pick up the Diablo and the Jaina. They get out just in time. The Root from the Deckard Pain stopping ETC from doing much more. Team Training Wheels able to defend Minus 10 Armor's push. There's progress on the middle fort from the middle Web Weaver, but it's not going to be enough. The towers are going to take it out. Oh, Root catches Sylvanas and ETC from Deckard Pain. Sylvanas getting caught and taken down. Huge Root off of Deckard Pain. So far, MVP of this match in my book. Let's see what keeps happening, but those are super powerful scrolls. Oh man, lots of posturing around the objective, lots of dunking on the caster in the chat. It doesn't matter what happens this game, I'm clearly the loser. Hey, 17, I take a shower every Friday, whether I need it or not, I'll have you know. He says that if you need a class to bathe, worry about anybody that lives near me. All right, Web Weavers are coming in for Team Training Wheels. This is going to be their second of the game. Looks like they're going to push top to try to get that boss lane advantage. Arrow with the raid. Thank you. Looks like Minus 10 Armor cleared out the bottom Web Weaver. Easy peasy, lemon, kill the spider. Now they're going to take out the middle one before rotating up to where all the pressure is top. Top fort goes down. Team Training Wheels rotates to try to get a catch in the middle lane. What are they going to get? No one. Minus 10 Armor does dissipate. They're going up to get rid of that top. All right, 10. They're going up to get rid of that top Web Weaver. It goes down outside the keep wall. Minus 10 Armor survives the Web Weavers. They do lose all three forts. Team Training Wheels looking to catch Minus 10 Armor in a turn in. Minus 10 Armor, plenty of gems to turn in for the objective. Lucio trying to put in his 28. That's going to be about half, but it's not enough. Everybody with their level 13s now. So much action, we didn't even get to look at ultimates. But we've got Mosh. Oh, nope. Fighting again. Never mind. Just a lot of calling each other's names from across the hallway. Mosh Pit on ETC. Soundberry on Lucio. Horrify on Gul'dan. Wailing Arrow on the Sylvanas. Cooldown. Sundering on cooldown from Thrall. Hyperion, as we saw from Raynor. Apocalypse, which is apoplectic from Diablo. Water Elemental from the Jaina. Leap from the Sonya, which we saw her score a kill on Sylvanas with, and Stay a While and Listen from Deckard Payne. Lots of damage going out. All of the quest talents have been completed. Diablo with full souls. Jaina still looking to get damage to finish up Frostbite so that she can get her improved ice block. Oop. Water Elemental is really good. Just Ring of Frost seems to be the meta pick right now. Minus in armor does manage to get the turn, and they're going to get the Web Weavers. They start to march down. Again, Web Weavers will stop at the first enemy minion they come to, which in the top lane is going to fall really short. The mid lane is going to push all the way up to the fort. That's where Minus in armor is going to try to take the fight. The root and the slant and the leap from Sonya picking up the Sylvanas again. Mosh Pit comes out. Horrify following the Mosh. Stay a while and listen to help dissipate the hurt from by Deckard Payne protecting his team. Middle objective does go down without taking the fort. Looks like bot fort is about to fall. Will the Web Weaver get in time? It does, thanks to the minions. Bottom Web Weaver going to keep pushing to its death. It's not going to get any farther. Top Web Weaver sees that fort, wants to take it out. It's calling its name, but Sonya has other plans. Sonya hates spiders. Raynor finishes Gul'dan after Dibbles catches him against a wall. It's starting to look like the Lucha skin on Diablo was the right choice because he is laying a smackdown on anybody that he finds out of position. Turn in coming from Team Words. Team Training Wheels. I agree, Wintermute is probably the best level 20 in the game, maybe behind Leoric's Silence on Entomb. All right, Team Training Wheels taking the boss after the objective cap. They will be appearing on the map. Well, at least the boss icon was appearing on the map to minus 10 armor, but they don't care. They're pushing in. They're trying to get that fort before the Web Weavers drop. Web Weaver drops mid. Sylvanas running out behind. She better hope to not get caught. It looks like she's going to put some pressure on that bottom Web Weaver, but she better be careful. Diablo looking for a pick in the mid lane against minus 10 armor. Never mind, Sylvanas ignoring the bottom Web Weaver. She's trying to get out of there. She's going to get moving. She's going back to regroup. That's the safe call. Team Training Wheels chasing minus 10 armor up into the top lane, trying to push for their objective. Diablo slammed Gul'dan into the tower, flips him back. Soundberry out to keep the Gul'dan up. Diablo goes down. He has his souls. He's coming back now, but he's way across the map. He needs to get out. He needs to get out to the rest of his team if they don't want to be caught stranded. Ultimates are down except for Apocalypse and Mosh Pit. Minus 10 armor doing their best to defend the Web Weaver, or the boss off of the top keep. Bottom Web Weaver is the only objective up left. Team Training Wheels trying to get some productivity out of it, but it's not going to work. They go ahead and abandon that cause. They know that minus 10 armor is headed down here. They see a keep with no health. They rotate around. They're going to take that keep out no problem while minus 10 armor is distracted. Minus 10 armor does have enough to turn in, though. They could try to make a play for the objective, but it would be in their best interest to push out first so that their Web Weavers can actually get value. That gives my Team Training Wheels the opportunity to set up and try to find a pick. All they need is one good engage, and the nail is in the coffin more than likely. Thrall trying to turn in 30. It's going to get interrupted by the Deckard Cain. They need 31. Diablo looking, ETC anchoring, chases off the Diablo. Thrall still trying to get the turn in. Diablo gets caught, he gets out. Lots of noises going on. Nothing big, no one wants to commit yet. I'm waiting for Sonya to come in off the screen to jump on someone because we know that's going to happen. History, as we've said before, does repeat itself. All right, -10 armor is able to get that objective turned in. Their lanes are looking pretty unfortunate, though. They have a lot of work they need to do, but I believe in them. They can do it, especially if we want this match to go to a Game 3, because who doesn't want a Game 3 to finish up the night? Gul'dan and Thrall clearing up the top lane. Team Training Wheels, they keep wanting to say Twisted. That is not correct. Team Training Wheels, 5-man death ball rolling around. Clears out the bottom objective. While they're clearing up objectives, not fighting, let's look at talents. Level 20 talents, Indomitable Resolve. That reduces the cooldown of Hyperion. We've got Hellgate. No one expects the Blink stun from Diablo. Winter Mute for all of the increased spells being cast. Ignore Pain from the Sonya. Respect the Elderly from the Deckard Pain. Hyperion goes out to help clear the Webweaver and push off -10 armor. Speaking of -10 armor, Deckard keeping his +10 armor. He likes to stay with his friends. There is safety in numbers after all. Objective has been cleared. Objective is popping up. It looks like Team Training Wheels does want to get their gems turned in. That will put them at 53 if they got them all turned in, but they were missing Deckard Payne, who picked up a couple more. He's going to put them at 54. That's not enough for the objective yet. They still need 11 more. They don't have enough. -10 armor got theirs turned in. They're at 37. They are on the same tier of objective. They both require 65 gems. Team Training Wheels looking in a much better position to make that happen, though. Bruiser camp call for -10 armor. They get caught, however, right before being able to cap it. Let's see if somebody gets on the point. No, Mosh Pit goes out to stop the bleeding so that nobody can follow up the Sonya on the engage. Stay a while and listen goes out. Everyone's silenced. ETC goes down. Thrall goes down. No one able to cast. Lucio not able to protect himself or ETC. That goes to a 5-0 white. The Bruiser camp goes to Team Training Wheels. Team Training Wheels looking to finish. They got 2 keeps to take down, or they could go straight for the core with the Bruiser camp. What a catch on the Bruiser camp. What an engage. ETC doing his best to keep Team Training Wheels away, but it just quite wasn't the hardy party that he needed. Diablo headbutting the core because he hasn't had enough headbutting. And that core is at 50%. It's going to go all the way down. GG's coming out from everybody. Way to go. GG Training Wheels. All right, I'm going to do it right this time. I'm going to show you the talents. We're going to look at some... Will this work still? Here is the scoreboard. 15 kills to 1. That makes it really hard, unfortunately. The only kill that -10 armor had on Team Training Wheels was the Diablo. And Diablo had all of his souls. Diablo had all of his souls, so he was able to come back. So that was only 5 seconds of dead time on Team Training Wheels' part into 15 kills on -10 armor. -10 armor brought more damage. They just weren't quite able to keep up. More damage, more heals. The fights just did not go their way. All right, let me see if I can get Giggles.
Hello.
Hey, I just put a message in the chat too. You're like prophetic.
Sure I am.
It's a good thing I asked about this earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch this over to the talents while we talk for a second, so the viewers can see.
I'll do the same.
What a sweep!
Yeah.
What?
Feels good.
Right? Yeah. Well, especially with the disconnect there. Now you came back in time according to the rules anyway, but minus 10 armor
Oh, yeah.
was willing to reschedule. We're still there's not an official ruling on whether or not that can happen in the middle of a match, so that will get clarified. But very gracious on minus 10 armor's part to be willing to reschedule the rest of the match. But thankfully, that didn't need to happen. You were able to come back.
Thankfully. It
Yeah,
was.
and we were able to keep playing. That was fantastic. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I actually thought going into the game, minus 10 armor was gonna have y'all in Spidershire, but y'all had a different idea. But I also wanted a game 3, so that might be a little bit skewed,
I always want a game 3, except when I'm
right?
playing.
Especially for the last match of the night. So fantastic job, Captain.
Thank you.
I've been seeing ETC take Mosh Pit like all all week, and y'all were playing into that. Y'all played it the first match, right?
We have stage dive.
Played
oh,
ETC. We did not
right.
go mosh pit.
That's right. You did take stage dive for the mobility on Altric Pass. Did y'all think about Mosh Pit, or was stage dive the go-to to begin with? Was that the reason for ETC?
We've been experimenting with ETC as off lane. Larson does a pretty good job of that, and Mongoose plays a really good tank ETC. So we pick it early, and then we have the flexibility of being able to decide what we want to do with him at the end of the draft.
The Anubrak pick was very surprising, but he has a big advantage in that map, and that he's able to solo cap even with the guards up, which he shouldn't be on his own.
I actually haven't thought of that. Mongoose probably knows that.
Yeah,
But
but not that he should be on his own ever. But if he needs to, he can solo cap. So I thought that was a really clever pick. The first match, it looked pretty heavy in your favor the whole time. I think y'all lost the first objective and then came back
I think
and
we lost the first 2 objectives.
the first 2 objectives.
I mean, I might be remembering that wrong.
I've maybe I've watched a lot tonight, so I might be losing track. The first it might have been the first 2 objectives. Were you worried at all?
Well, at one point, our core was down to like less than 2,000 health. We were able to get back there just in time. That was scary. People were yelling. Mongoose kept his cool as shot caller the whole time.
Because
but the rest
that
of us
boss
were
was
kind of
pushing
panicking.
in, right?
Yes. And it almost got us. But I think me and Ouija, our support player, got back there just in time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great defense, and then y'all were able to just roll in and stomp. I think y'all took down the core with only having 1 keep down. That's 40 armor on the core. That was a ballsy move.
We did. Mongoose, our shot caller and tank player, who's here with us, I feel like he tends to be pretty aggressive, and we were worried about that. We talked about that, but we went for it, and it worked out. So, good shot calling, Mr. Mongoose.
Yeah. So Mongoose, since you're here, I can ask you. We were just talking about the double tank pick on Altric Pass, and a Nubrak being able to solo cap on the objective. Was that part of the decision with the Nubrak in case you needed to, or what made you want to go a noob?
We just like the. That's just a metric ton of CC.
Yeah, it is.
And also I love the cocoon into the garage, cocoon the garage, and then roll over the front line. Garage provides so much zoning and displacement, and if you just take him out and initiate past him, it's very difficult for the team to burn the cocoon down. I mean, we didn't even have really an opportunity for Anubrak to self-channel.
Yeah, well, he should never be on his own anyway,
so,
but should it happen?
But yeah, that's just a bonus. We certainly didn't
Okay.
draft it for that. It was more the cocoon with into the garage and the extra set of stuns.
Okay, yeah, that well, it worked out really well, and then rolling into the second match, y'all lost the first objective again. No, y'all got the first objective, and Minus 10 Armor was trying to push back, and they just couldn't get map control back. It looked like it was staying fair, while the kill count wasn't. It looked like the team fights could go either way every single time, and until y'all caught them at that bruiser camp. Did y'all know they were going for bruiser, or were y'all just trying to pick it up? What happened there? Tell me about that last fight.
Mongoose made that whole decision. He can tell you all about it.
Let's go, Mongoose.
Yeah. 20 to 19 is the only play on the map, so that's where they're at. Normally, I'm not too high on doing like something like that into Horrify, especially Horrify Mosh Pit, but We also had APOC, which if they're on that camp, the whole area is a stun. Like you literally can't get out of it.
Right.
So we were able to go, Troy.
I was a little worried about going in there because going in there as like one column against Gul'dan could be scary. And Dav landed a great mosh pit.
Yeah,
But Larson,
y'all got the engage, and then
Mhm.
then the Maj zoned everybody off for the whole fight. Because Ouija had landed the root and the stay a while, but the Maj stopped y'all from following it up at all until it was gone. But they were still silenced.
but Larson on Sonya leaped on them right in that vent and prevented them from going into the mosh, and that was so clutch by Larson, our offlane player.
Oh, so the same thing happened on the other side. So
Yeah,
y'all both had really good engages, and neither one of y'all could follow it up.
Yeah, they actually had a good Horrify and a good Mosh, but the other than the ETC, none of the other heroes could do anything because they were dodging an Apocalypse, the Stay a While, and a Leaping Sonya. So the damage couldn't get to where it needed to go because they were dealing with other things, and we were able to. I mean, when I say we, I mean Sonya basically spun all over them on the backside. And by
Yeah,
the time
Sonya
we were
was
done
so
dealing,
disruptive, and
yeah.
she caught Sonya with the leap like every single. Not Sonya, she is Sonya. She caught Sylvanas with the leap like every single time. Sylvanas didn't get a chance to play half of those team fights. So
Sylvanas did have one really clutch silence that turned a fight for them.
Oh yeah, she killed the wailing arrow single-handedly killed me and prevented me from using APOC. It was
right.
a really good arrow.
So you, as the Diablo, were the only death on your team, and that was 5 seconds of dead time because you had your quest done already because it took so long. So y'all were basically undead the whole match, except you weren't present for that fight, except maybe able to APOC if you needed to once you respawned. So that lifetime is huge. Now if y'all think differently, definitely let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a speculation here. I'm gonna say that Ouija as Deckard is the overall MVP though for this match because the roots were huge. The catches that he set up. Now
He's had a lot of practice on that.
They weren't all followable, but the ones that were. Now Sonya came in hard on that second game, but I think overall Deckard gets the MVP. What do y'all think?
I mean, look, no one died. He kept us alive the whole time.
Well,
he's
Diablo.
always got good. Well, he's always got good CC, good peeling, good good pokes and interrupts.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
Ouija's a wonderful Deckard player.
That scroll of the Stone Curse is huge. It's probably my favorite talent in Deckard's entire list.
Also, in game 1, he did the sleep on our, as you said, the ballsy core push, and that stopped them. I think that gave us just enough time to kill the core.
Okay, yeah, because again, that was, like we said, a very ballsy core push. Well, Ouija's in chat now saying no way. He doesn't think he's the MVP, so y'all need to buy him a brewski or something.
He's a very humble guy. That's why I said wow earlier, because I was imagining how he'd respond.
Well, overall, fantastic. So, team captain, and I guess shot caller, because y'all are both super involved. Again, with the sweep, it's easy to see what you did right. What do you think y'all did the best?
I think Mongoose is a better person to ask that because he's been doing the leadership kind of roles for a lot longer than me, and he makes all the in-game decisions.
So you're the administrative captain. He's because he's a shot caller, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of administrative and theory crafting in terms of drafts.
Okay. So Mongoose, what do you think went the best for your team? Like, what do you think y'all did the best?
Well, that game 2 in particular is something that we're pretty hit or miss on. Is crisp, decisive 4-man rotations where everyone rotates through the same pathing, doesn't get split by terrain, and is in a nice tight group ready to follow up. Game 1, that was a little bit hit or miss, and we've been a little bit hit or miss in practice. But that game 2, the 4-man was really nice and tight. So, when you've got an engaged tank like Diablo and the group behind you is nice and tight, you can really punish the missed positions, which I think in game 2 is what we did best. Is anytime somebody put themselves slightly out of out of position in a vulnerable spot, we were able to punish, and that's a result of a good, tight, decisive rotation.
And that was very evident with the lead on Diablo. I made a comment that you picked the right skin after all with the Lucha Diablo, because anytime you found Gul'dan or mainly Gul'dan or Thrall out of position, you laid the smackdown on them. So and the follow-ups were fantastic. I saw very few opportunities where whoever you picked off escaped, or even opportunities for them to escape. It was just very concise. That's does it help that it's a small map for the rotations?
Maybe. I think on the larger maps, if you're lacking in wave clear, the rotations can be harder. So I think I think the size of the map is more relative to how much wave clear you have. If you don't have enough, the other team has it better, more than you do. It can be harder to catch up on the rotations. But otherwise, I don't think the size has too much to do with it, unless the map is just too big to rotate it in at all.
Okay, well, that makes sense. What do you think y'all did not do as well? What if you were to pick one thing in particular? I'm sure there might be several, because you're always more critical when you're playing. But what's the biggest thing you need to work on based off of this match tonight?
A game one, there was a lot of I think mistakes that we allowed them to take advantage of. A little bit of an overstep in the off lane, and that's a combination of the 4-man not communicating and the off laner not being aware of when those heroes go missing. I had a really terrible misclick in that first game that led to that first objective. But honestly, what I didn't like from the first game was largely corrected in the second. So I would say it was, rather than any one thing, it's consistently doing what we do in game two instead of playing one game a little sloppy and then the next game clean. Just being consistent.
Kind of getting a little bit of apathy, getting comfortable after a win.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that the right interpretation of what you were trying to say there, or
I think we're
just really, consistency in general?
Just consistently in general. We have games where we just don't look that strong, and then we have other games where we look really strong, and I want to see less of the former and more of the latter.
All right. Speaking of the latter, with D's instead of T's this time, this is the first week of the season. How do you feel about where you are, about your bracket? Where do you think you fit in your bracket, and what team in your bracket are you most concerned about? Or division, I should say.
I'm opening up the division.
Okay, hey, that's fair.
Mongoose is a new addition. Mongoose, Jason, and Larson are all new additions to the team. Me and Ouija have been the most consistent members that are on the current squad. And we played in Div B last season, and it was pretty rough. I wasn't sure if we were going to be in B or C, but I'm much more excited to be in Div C. We got a couple wins last season in Div B, but we still came in dead last. So I feel really good about where we are within the division itself. I'm not confident about, but I'm excited for the season.
All right. Is there a particular team that you're concerned with?
I don't know about concern. The team that going into the season that I was watching in C West is Cosmos. They're the highest seeded team from C West last season that wasn't promoted.
Okay.
But they've had a little bit of a struggle out of the gate, and
go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
But one of the teams that I didn't know a lot about, I mean, I know some of the players, but I didn't know them as a roster, was Amateur Opponents, and they look really good.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned those two teams. Those were my first cast with NGS. That was on Tuesday. And Amateur Opponents they put the hurt on Cosmos, and if Cosmos is who you were watching, then yeah, Amateur Opponents might be coming for you, huh?
Yeah, well, I casted them before our game now, and they 2-1 Respect the Goose, so they've got 2 wins on the week one.
Oh wow!
And they came really close to winning that game 1 too.
They did, yeah, and actually better than Bots was the number 4 seed last season in C West. So they're a solid squad too. Randy Newman was actually down a division, but they kind of dominated D.
Yeah, so they got moved up.
Yeah.
I ran into Randy Newman, the whole 5-man in Brawl, a few weeks ago. I was I was sad.
they're
And
a
then
good-
I
they're a
found
good
out that they
squad.
were a team here after that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how often you run into NGSers just
Yep.
playing once you've been around a while.
Yeah.
I've been around NGS since season 4 and Chair League since season 1, and there's a lot of familiar faces around. And you'll get into a game where you're like, I know that guy, and it's because that's why.
Okay. Is there anything else about the match that you guys feel we should talk about before we move on to shoutouts?
Just how awesome 10 Armor is. We know those guys really well. Both get actually almost actually everybody on our team has been a teammate of Lampico's at some point.
Oh wow.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he seems like a
all-
really good guy.
Yeah, all those guys are great guys over there, and I'm frankly happy we got to play them first because now I get to cheer them on the rest of the season.
Aw.
And we can scrim them and not hide any of our weird, stupid things that we're gonna try.
Yep.
So love those guys. Those guys are awesome.
Good. Well, then I'm glad that they were your first match too. That's fantastic. So I think that also doubles as a shout out to minus 10 armor. Other shout outs from you guys. Anyone
we
else?
haven't mentioned Jay yet. Jay has been with NGS for a really long time. He's a really wonderful caster, a really fun guy to play with. He's a new addition to the team, and he's my DPS counterpart. He played also the wave clear role on these matches.
Yeah, with the bringing
And he's-
the wave clear with Jaina and yeah.
And we actually talked about who did I take game 1? I took Phoenix, who doesn't have great wave clear, and we talked about Cassia and decided that Cassia would be better at that.
Yeah,
So yeah, shout out to Jay, a new addition who's been really awesome to play DPS alongside.
on Cassia, quick off the cuff, what's her E called?
Fend.
Fend. Because my buddy and I call her basically Pantheon, and that's Heartseeker Strike. And I know that's the wrong game, and I just couldn't remember Fend. So, if you've ever played League of Legends, she's basically just like Pantheon. So I was confused.
We haven't. I can speak for both of us. We haven't.
Oh, well, fair enough. Okay. But, yeah, great Cassia play. It looked like she got caught a few times, but she was able to get out and also got some really good picks following up on the Anubarak and the ETC slides. So, really good Cassia game. It looked like a very well-defined pick, or well-thought-out pick. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing y'all develop throughout the season.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate the
Thanks
cast.
so much.
Yeah,
Looking
y'all
forward
have
to
a good one.
watching it.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a great
Take
one.
care.
All right, let's see if there's anyone left around. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Don't forget to go to the caster review, which is linked in the chat. Let's see who we can find. All right. All right. There's only one person on my list that's still playing Heroes of the Storm, so we're gonna raid Kayaberry.